The man noticed beans rolling on the table, and he discovered a terrifying secret, because this indicated that the watchtower they were stationed at had seriously tilted. What's worse, due to being constantly battered by level 5 storms, the watchtower had long been severely damaged. The reactor had also suffered a slight leak during a massive tsunami, so the team had to take iodine baths once a week to counteract radiation. But what troubled them even more was that the storm had swept away all their supplies, so not only had the drinking water at the station run out, but the food in the fridge was also running low. In order to survive, the 4-man team stationed there could only eat the minimum every day to maintain their basic strength, and they had been stationed at this watchtower for 2 years. According to the rules, new personnel were supposed to rotate every 2 years, but for some unknown reason, although the time for rotation had long passed, they still couldn't see any comrades coming to replace them. Just as the few of them were falling into despair, the lookout soldier suddenly noticed something terrifying. He saw a ship quietly approaching, but there was no signal on the radar. Due to the strange situation, the captain immediately ordered the communications officer to identify whether it was friend or foe, but no matter how Amy called, there was no response from the other side. At this point, Hunter speculated that this could be the ship that was supposed to replace them, but the captain decisively pressed the alarm button to notify the bald-headed soldier to stand by on the deck. Despite being filled with doubts, the soldiers still followed the orders to turn the cannons. The unidentified ship continued to approach, and everyone's heart was in their throats. Just as the shells were loaded and about to be fired, the captain suddenly changed his mind. Considering that the ship might be carrying their own comrades, he ordered Hunter to take the yacht and scout the situation. Though he didn't understand why he was chosen, he still carried out the order firmly out of his nature as a soldier. As he got closer to the ship, the letters on the ship became clearer, and it was the replacement ship they had been waiting for. But strangely, there wasn't a single soldier aboard. It was like a ghost ship, floating on the silent sea. Fighting back his inner fear, Hunter boarded the ship, and began searching the ship carefully, leaving no corner unchecked. He entered the messy cabin, where various items were covered in spider webs. It was clear that this ship had been abandoned for a long time, but why had it appeared here? Was it really just a coincidence? As Hunter went deeper into the cabin, he unexpectedly discovered some personal items, and even 4 sets of military protective gear. At this point, Hunter was certain this was the equipment of the comrades who were supposed to rotate them, but now they had disappeared. Fortunately, the food supplies were still there, and Hunter immediately began eating, unaware that the captain, due to not receiving any response, was starting to suspect that Hunter might have met with misfortune, so they were considering destroying the ship. But since the distance was beyond the cannon's range, they could only use their ultimate weapon. However, this required both his and Amy's keys to activate. Amy clearly disagreed with the captain's decision, but she knew the consequences of disobeying military orders. After hesitating for a moment, she handed over the keys. The captain inserted both keys, activated the computer program, and soon received the random launch password. At that moment, Amy still wanted to say something, but she was ruthlessly shut down by the captain. Just as this was happening, Hunter suddenly remembered the intercom he had turned off.